First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. First carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Perine. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Gun!
Operating from the gun. Throws. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
They're running it. It's Michel, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Slow. Z. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Now Taylor on 1st down. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action with Taylor. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Demetrius Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Gun!
To throw on second down. Rose. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Left side, caught by Matthews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Ready. 319. 319. Z.
They go play action now. Taylor. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Detroit! Gun! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
On 1st down, Rose. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
To throw on third down. Rose. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rose completes it to Benjamin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Michelle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check 59. Right. Black is 59. Black is 59. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Chip.
They get it to him running left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Sony Michel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Taylor. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be fielded at the 6. Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
This is McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Freddie. Flag 32. Flag 32. Two jet.
On 2nd down, Taylor. It's caught. Beckham. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Now he's going to throw deep back, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. A dump off for Dixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And it's Michel once again. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
A give. This is Michel. Room here to run. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. 38 yards on the scamper there.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
Lucky 56. 13,
Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Rose. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Slow.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready. 319. 319. Z.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Taylor. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on 1st down. Rose. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rose being chased out left. And it's caught by Parker. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On first down, Rose. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, here we go. Blue 90, blue 90. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. Pushes over him.
That's just not right.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Green 39, green 39. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, look at
Now Michelle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Redskins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gone!
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
McCaffrey, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
you.